Silver State Trains, back at it again here for the weekend. So for today, I'm going to add in some more feeders. Just like I mentioned before, I had picked up 15 feeders that I need to place in and around my layout. I'm going to start doing that here. So working on my yard here. These two lanes have one feeder on it, but due to the length, I think one feeder is enough. But these other three here, I'm going to add an additional feeder to it. So looking at this lane here, this third lane. So here's my run here. I got one feeder on there. That may be enough because my feeder is right here. But just in case, I'm going to throw in another one approximately right there. And then so lane 2 here, it's even longer. I got a feeder here, so I might as well throw another feeder in. I'll do it in the same area, about there. This is my longest lane here, my first lane. And I got a feeder there, so I'm going to do one maybe there. So that takes care of my yard. I already did this here, as you saw in the previous video. I did get these mounted. They are all kind of kitty-wonkus, if you will. So pro tip, have the right size drill bit from the start. I drilled these in with a drill bit that I had. It was too small. I had to use something, I had to use a larger bit that I had, and it walked like crazy. So what was in a line is now kind of all over the place. So pro tip there, have the right size drill bit first, or make a small pilot hole and then drill up. That way you can have a nice pretty line, which I don't have, but is what it is. It's not the end of the world. So speaking of those, I need a feeder for, this is my other storage track I have here. So I need to put an insulator here and add a feeder to this. These all have one feeder. That's going to be fine. I have the industry that I'm going to be building there. I don't know if that's where it's going to go, but I also have this industry that I have started. So I got this, what is this? It's a manufacturing plant. I've been building that. So that's going to go somewhere up there. I might have to shorten some of the track a little bit to fit it. So I'll work on that. So yeah, let's see what else I got here. I got a feeder. Let's work on my passenger line. So, all right, I got a feeder here. So then my span is all the way to here. So that should be good enough. And then where's my next feeder? My next feeder is into there. So for giggles, I can add one there. All right. What else do I got going on here? So, all right, on this, my freight line, I got a feeder there, and then I got a feeder there. Passenger line, I got a feeder here, goes all the way up there, and I got a feeder right before the switch. That should be good enough. But what about down here? So I got a feeder, like I mentioned there, and then, oh, I got one there. So that should be good. So I don't think I need a feeder there then. So maybe I can move that to over there. I might not need one there at all. What do I got left? So I know I need to at least, I probably need to allow 4 for this industry here. So this is my track for the industry. I'm going to make 3 lanes. I might even need 5. Okay. Let me steal that then. Okay, so that means I got 1 feeder left. So I might have to steal another one. So let's see what I got here. So I got a feeder there. I got a feeder there. I go along the passenger line here, and then what do I got? Moving along, I got a feeder there. So I'm good on there. And then I think there's another one over here somewhere. Yep, there's another feeder here. And then what do I got here? So then looking here. Okay, so that means, okay, so I got maybe a 4-foot section. I think I'm okay there. Okay, let's look at the freight line. All right, so I go from, there's nothing here. There's nothing going into the switch, right? There's not. Okay. So that means I got a feeder here. So on a maybe a 4-foot span, I got one feeder, but that's feeding into my switch here. So this might be a good spot right here to add a feeder. I'm not sure. We'll see. That way I have a good power supply right in front of this switch ladder that I have. That might be a good idea. But let's continue the journey here. I got my switch here. I got a feeder in this small little yard here. Not yard, excuse me, my industry. And then I have a feeder, okay, right outside the switch here. All right, and then I go into the bridge. Come up here. Sorry, I got a lot of crap on the ground. Kids were playing in the garage. And I got a feeder here. So I got another good 4-foot span. And then I think this is where I don't have anything for a while. So this goes all the way to, I think I have a feeder. Okay, so I have a feeder there where there's no tape or no paint. And then it follows this whole entire span here to right here, which means it would be fantastic to have another feeder there. All right, I think that is all my feeders spread out. I do have this extra one here that I could pull. Oh wait, you know what? Jackpot. I got 2 more. Okay, I'm gonna leave that bad boy there. All right, what do I got? Okay, so I got a feeder there. And I think I got a feeder up here. Staying hydrated, people. Okay, yeah, I got a feeder right there, which means so I got a little run of about 4 or 5 feet. Yeah, about 4 feet. That should be plenty. All right, so I got 2 extra feeders that I can put somewhere. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already added extra feeders to my passenger line. I think I did that when I pulled it out. So I think that should do me. So I'm not going to be able to hook all these up today. All I'm merely going to do is get them drilled in. And the reason why is I don't have enough of the connectors. I think they're the T-taps or something of that nature. So I have a few kind of, spread out without somebody to share the love with here. So I can hook up a few. Don't mind the spaghetti mess. I'll have it tightened up once the track is secure. Right now I need room with the wires to pull it up. Yeah, so I'll get that tightened up once I'm done. So I do have a few areas where there's nothing plugged in. So I should be okay there. So all right, I'm gonna start drilling in these wires, passing them through. The next month is August. That's where I will order more of those T-taps. I do have some of the, what do I got here? This is the pack that I have. I'm out of the 12 gauge, which is the yellow. I have the 18 to 24 gauge, which I have put a few of those onto my 12 gauge by kind of trimming it a little bit, but I don't really want to keep doing that. I want to get the ones that are actually made for 12 gauge. So I'm just going to order some of the yellow ones, but I'm going to do that next month because my budget is already blown for this month. So I got to wait, do the responsible thing and wait until next month. So yes, let me get these drilled in. So hang tight. All right, well, I got them all in. Everything went well, except for trying to put this one in here. I was trying to drill through like 18 inches of wood. Must have put like 4 holes in trying to fish the wire through, but finally got it in. So I got the feeder in there. I got a feeder in there. I goofed and put a feeder here. I pulled it out because I don't need one. This is such a small span. But I got all this done. I got that in. Haven't wired it yet. I'll do that later. I put some putty here to fill this hole. I also putty this area off here. Maybe I'll put an urban station here or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. But anyhow, that's it for this weekend. I'll let that stuff dry and I'll sand it. I'll put the track back. But outside of that, all the feeders are in, except for the industry that I'm going to build over here. I got to do this area next. So that way I think I have 6 feeders for this area. So we'll see how many I need, but that's what I got going. So I think I'm going to have 2 lanes in here. I wanted to have 3 because this set here has 3 lanes, but I don't have enough real estate. It'll end up being like super short track. So I'm going to stick with 2 lanes. I'll leave 1 bay empty. But anyhow, this area is done for now. And I guess the next video I'll drop will be in August. So thank you all for watching. You all have a good one.